Hello and welcome to another episode of Deb's Artsy Life. I've got just a few minutes. I don't know when my husband will be back. He just left to go to the grocery store. So I'm going to film while he's not here. I have got so much to share. One thing about not filming very often is when I do film, there's a lot to show you. I know it's been a while. I'm going to tilt you back a little bit because I feel like I'm scrunching down so you can see the top of my head. It's been a while. And I've been so busy. I don't even know where to begin. I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas and I hope you're off to a happy New Year. I can't believe how fast time is going. I feel like it's just flying. And I just almost feel frustrated because I just feel like I can't get a hold of time and do all the things that I want to do. And I feel that more than normal. So I don't know what that is. I think I just love slow mornings and time to create and stitch. And I haven't slow stitched in a good while, mainly because I just can't, find the time and I can't slow down enough to do it. But I have been trying to sketch more and to draw more. And I do want to do that in 2026. I want to do more painting, more sketching. I used to carry a sketchbook everywhere I went, and I sketched nonstop. Now, mind you, I don't know that I want to go back to that, but I would like to have a sketchbook with me and use it more than I do. And I'll give you an example. This is the first thing I want to share with you, and it is not yarn related, but as you can see, there's plenty of yarn to be talked about. So I'll get to that later. So please stay tuned. Grab you a cup of something. I've just got water because I have been bad today and I have drank way too much coffee. Then I had tea at lunch, iced tea. I always drink it unsweetened, but I did have that extra caffeine. Then my husband wanted me to put these brownies in the freezer. I had brought them home from a work gathering where the drug reps come to the office and they give us these big lunches in exchange for them, listening to their talk about the drug or whatever. So I had this whole huge pan of brownies I think they were from Applebee's, and they were so good. And I had refrained. They've been in the refrigerator for days. I didn't eat one the day of the luncheon, and when I went to put them in the refrigerator this afternoon, I was going to put them in freezer bags and freeze them so we could have them later. Or so my husband and my daughter could have them later, and any guests that might happen by. But instead, I ate an entire brownie. Now, mind you, I am gluten and dairy free, and I do not need to be eating chocolate because that induces migraines. So I took my life in my hands this afternoon and I ate an entire brownie. And oh my gosh, that was so good, so good. But I hope I don't pay for it later. Anyway, I'm drinking water. So grab something and let's just sit back and relax and chat until my husband comes home. And then I'll pause the video and finish it later. Okay, so let me show you this. My husband gave me a gift card to Barnes & Noble for Christmas. And I was ecstatic because I love when we go to Barnes & Noble. It's about an hour and a half from here, our nearest one. And so it's a nice, day trip, go out to eat, whatever, and visit Barnes & Noble. So that's what we did Saturday. And we spent, I could spend an entire day in there. But we did spend a couple hours probably. And I was so diligent to spend that gift card just right. I just deliberated over what I was going to buy. But what I found is so exciting. Oh, my husband's calling. Excuse me. Okay, I'm back. So this is what I ended up getting. It's Tomoe River paper. And Joanne Sharp is an artist who teaches online. And she's talked about this a lot. And I've heard about it for years, but I've never tried it. And I've never seen it anywhere in a store. And it was in the journals in Barnes & Noble. It's Japanese bound. It's Japanese handmade stationery, letterpress stationery. Finest quality fountain pen paper. Now, I don't have a fountain pen, but I do use ink a lot. And the paper is so super thin, but it doesn't bleed through. And it's also very, very smooth. It's acid free. It's just a beautiful paper. And I was able to open one and look at it, and I just fell in love with it. So this was what I got with my gift certificate, and I'm so pleased that that's what I did, because I've looked at all these books, and I have so many books, and they end up just on the shelf, not doing really anything. And I look through them, I thumb through them for inspiration, but I don't read as much as I used to because I'm so busy doing all this. But I wanted to show you this sketch. We ended up going to a steakhouse for dinner after we'd gone to Barnes & Noble. And this bird was perched. We parked like kind of, my husband always likes to park far away from all the other cars and walk because he's just, that's just him. He likes to be away from the other cars, so our car's protected, and he loves to walk, so he might as well, you know, walk to the restaurant from the parking lot. So we parked at the very outer edge of the parking lot, and it was bordered by this holly hedge. And this bird was sitting on top of the holly hedge. And there's the holly hedge, and he was just perched on top of it. It was squared off. You know, it was manicured or whatever. And this is the greenery behind him. But literally, this border was on the side of a probably 4 or 6 lane highway. But this little bird was just so calm. And I took a bunch of pictures of it. And I did something I've never done before. I know that you can take a picture of stuff and Google it, but I just never done it. So I took a picture. I took all these pictures of this bird, and I'd show you, but they're on my phone, and I'm filming on my phone. But I was able to zoom in from the car to like 20-some times. My phone is fabulous. It has a wonderful camera. And I was able to zoom in and capture this bird. And come to find out, it is a northern mockingbird. I've heard of mockingbirds all my life, but I don't think I'd ever looked in a book to identify one, because the ones at my feet are not mockingbirds. But isn't that beautiful? It's this beautiful gray bird, but he was so fat. And he was just perched there, just as calm as could be. Even when I got out of the car, he didn't fly. And so I straight away went into the restaurant and drew him. I had taken some colored pencils with me and another sketchbook, but I ended up buying this one and using it. So I wrote about it on the facing page, and it was just such a wonderful memory for the second day of January, and a wonderful way to start this sketchbook. And I want to get back into my drawing. I want to be, you know, more practiced, and this one came easy, I felt like. I mean, it was just, this paper is so smooth and luscious, and I just had the best time. And anyway, so I wanted to share that with you. And the other thing I want to share is, I think it was Saturday morning. Well, first I'll share this. This page is about swatches from, I was able to get the Derwent drawing pencils in the new colors. They've been out for a while, and I've seen them on YouTube, but I was not able to get my hands on them. I usually order from Dick Blick or Blick.com, and they were out of stock until, and it just kept moving. The target date kept moving. And so I wasn't able to get them. And in fact, my husband was going to buy me the whole set of 72 for Christmas. And we ordered them. And then I had ordered a bunch of the open stock colors myself. Well, I canceled both those orders because they weren't going to be here by Christmas. And I wanted to have something to open. But I was able to get them from Jackson's, all the way from the United Kingdom, which thrills me because I have such I just love anything English, British. I'm just obsessed with British. So to get something that had gone through the Royal Mail was just so exciting. And it was so, I mean, the shipping was, I think it was free. I think it was just a few cents to have that shipped from the UK. So I got all these colors. I know you can't see the names because they're backwards. And I also got Roman Szmal. It's a paint watercolor pan, full pan of watercolor. I've seen it on somebody's, on Irit Landgraf. I'm not sure how to, Irit Landgraf. She's an artist, a watercolor artist on YouTube. And it's IRIT. Anyway, I had seen it on her channel and I just loved it. I think it was her. It might not have been. But anyway, I thought that cobalt teal was gorgeous. So I ordered that and all these pencils. And I was just so thrilled. And this is what they were wrapped in. And I made a little pocket. And in the pocket, I put this, which I forgot to bring in here. But my daughter got me all the Derwent water brushes for Christmas. Of course, I had asked for it, but she got me the Derwent water brushes. I'll show them to you in another video. I forgot to bring them in here. So anyway, I have been having loads of fun. So I haven't used my Inktense pencils very much. And so Saturday, was it Saturday? No, Friday, the first day of January, New Year's Day, I did this. And this is all Inktense pencils using my new water brushes that Grace gave me. And I did a video on it, but it was like, I was afraid it would be too boring because it was just me sitting here coloring these. So anyway, these birds are just my very own crazy bird that I like to draw. And then I put all these designs in him, and I just wanted it to be so bright. And then I drew the sun, and I wanted it to be, a composition is looking at something, through something, to something. And that makes a good composition, I've heard. I think I had an art teacher that said that. Looking at something, through something, to something. So I wanted the birds to be in the foreground. And of course, they're not real birds. I mean, they're imaginary birds. But then you've got the mountains and the, like, to me, I thought of the yellow brick road. But you've got the road and then you've got the sun. So that's what I did. And I did this one. This was the first one, but I'm not too thrilled about him. I think I was just getting a feel for it, and then I did these. But I spent all day Friday, or New Year's Day. I guess it was Thursday, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Thursday. New Year's Day, doing this. So I wanted to share that with you. So while we were out shopping, we went to Michael's. And I had to, of course, purchase some yarn because you can't go an hour and a half away to a Michael's and not purchase yarn. And I've been wanting this very bad. Look at this. It's not as bright on camera. I just wish you could see it in person. It's got so much depth to this color. It is the Karen Macchiato cakes. And they've gone up. Oh my gosh, the regular price of these, y'all, is $14.99. I got them buy one, get one half off, but still, they're so expensive. But it does have 481 yards. It is hand wash, lay flat to dry, and it is number 5 bulky weight. And it is 80% acrylic and 20% wool. So, of course, I got 2 because it's buy one, get one half off. I had such a hard time deciding on the colors because they had this color called Breathe, and it was very subdued, very peaceful colorway. And then they also had one called, well, I can't remember what it was called, but it was a purple colorway. But I just thought that was so pretty. And what I'd like to make out of this, I think, is a hexagon cardie. I really want to make a hexagon cardie because I've never done it. Okay, so that's my yarn. Now, I haven't shown you, you know, I was so upset with Yarnspirations, and I still cannot get past my disappointment with those new colors of Bitty Stripes. I'm sorry if you guys love it. I think that's great, but I'm trying. I'm really trying, but every time I look in my closet, I'm just disappointed all over again. But this, y'all, They did give me a $50 credit. So, in essence, that was my money back on the lily pad skeins that I ordered. So, with that credit, I purchased this gorgeous ombre. And it's the party ombre. And it's a beautiful, like, royal blue. That really is blue. And then it's purples. And, oh, I just think it's gorgeous. And I went to Hobby Lobby because I had a gift card somebody had given me. And I think it's been a couple weeks now, but I went to Hobby Lobby and ordered a bunch of purple skeins of yarn. I don't know why, but I was in a purple phase. And I also got royal blue. But I was looking in my closet today, and I've got a lot of yarn that would coordinate with this and make a gorgeous blanket. And you know me and my love of granny squares. It'll probably end up being a granny square blanket. So I got 2 skeins of this, thinking I would make a shawl. But I've got to tell y'all, I'm very disappointed. Not disappointed. I sound negative. I don't mean to be. I get real frustrated with knitting because it's so slow. I mean, you knit and you knit for days on end, you know, at night when you come home, and it takes you forever to get anything finished. Whereas with granny squares, you know, you feel like you accomplished something. This is the Bitty Stripes Festive Shawl. And I still haven't gotten it as long as I want it to be. Although, it probably is long enough. But I'd kind of like for it to be just a little bit more like a blanket. So I'm going to keep going on it, but I do love it. This is part of that new Bitty Stripes that I was disappointed with. I'm not disappointed with this at all. I think it's gorgeous. I love how this looks. And do you guys think I could wear this like at times other than Christmas? It's not totally Christmassy. It's got that beautiful pink in it. It just has a woodsy look to me, which is not really my thing, but it's beautiful. So I'm working on that. And I have started a new cushion. This is the Bitty Stripes Fairy Core. And then I've combined it with Premier Basics Powder Blue and Twilight. So this will be one side of the pillow. And then today I've been working very hard, and now I can't find it. Hold on. I think it's in the floor at my feet on the other side of the pillow. But see what disappoints me? Do you see how that is gray? Because they've mixed like blue and orange together. And so it reads gray. But, you know, it is what it is. And I think it is beautiful. Yeah, I like it. But that's a flower. That's a circle. But I don't know if you can see it because it's gray. But anyway, that's going to be one side. I'm just going to keep going until it's the right size. And this is the other side. Now, Missy, I don't know if she's new to the channel, but she asked me to explain how you do this, basically. And I have, I think, in another video. But I want to explain this again. This is a 9-round granny square, okay? And these are 3 rounds. So any multiple, anything that will go into the, like if you did a 12 round, you could do 4 3-round squares, or 3 4-round squares, or 6 2-round squares, or 2 6-round squares. You know, whatever multiple. So like this is 9 and 3 is a multiple. So you do 3 3-round granny squares on each side. And then of course you've got the corners. So in order to do this, I had to make 16 3-round squares. And I joined them with a join as you go round of the powder blue. But is that not beautiful? So if you had a 20-round square in the middle, then you would do 10, wait a minute. You could do 10 2-round granny squares around it, or on the sides, or you could do 2 5-round squares. You could do 4 5 rounds, 5 4 rounds. Do you see what I'm saying? A multiple of whatever this is. If this had been 3, okay, I don't want to go there. I don't even know, but you could have done 3 1-round squares, I guess, but you'd have to have, like, if it was 6, you'd do 2 3-round squares on each side. So you just do it in multiples. And you can join anything. Like if you had I've got a bedspread in there I need to show y'all eventually. But I hope that makes sense. If you have questions, ask me in the comments. I don't know what's going on with my camera. I think I've got so much on here that I've got a limit on what I can film. Because when I film now, I've got like a maximum amount of minutes. So I don't know what I've done. But there's so much that I want to work on and do. And I want to do a video showcasing all these hospice blankets. Last week I had a migraine that lasted 3 days. So my whole weekend was just shot. But I was going to deliver all these hospice blankets and make a video before I donated them. So that's coming. I'm still working on several. So anyway, look for another video, a longer one, but I'm going to have to go because my camera's not going to allow me to film anymore. I hope everybody has a wonderful New Year's, a wonderful first week of January, and I will talk to you soon.